So there's a lot to uncover in the death of Shanquella Robinson. It's been a while since we talked about the arrest warrant. Now, according to a new report, Daejhanae Jackson allegedly has been arrested by Interpol and is waiting extradition to Mexico. We also have to talk about, was this a card game that went bad? And what does Daejhanae face when she goes to Mexico? According to multiple reports, she could be facing 20 to 50 years in one of Mexico's most dangerous prisons. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it's been a few days since we talked about the arrest warrant that came out, and last night there was breaking news that the person, the aggressor as she's being described, was arrested. As you know, we reported that according to the Mexican outlet, Metropoly MX, they are breaking this news that Daejhanae Jackson has been arrested. And shout out to the reporter, Gerardo. He has been literally risking his life to report on corruption in the police department. As you know, in regards to the story, if you've been following this on our friends of the channels, Chronicle Speaks, or other channels, then you know that reportedly, the Mexican police allegedly stole $17,000 of Shanquella Robinson's money. That has not been confirmed, but also under investigation is the doctor, reportedly, for falsifying what went down the day that Shanquella Robinson died. Because according to reports, she died at one specific time. However, according to what the doctor is saying, that's the time she arrived. So there is a discrepancy in regards to what the police reported and what the doctors reported. So according to Gerardo, they're saying that both the police and the doctor are under investigation. Gerardo has police sources. So a lot of his information, including the aggressor and the person that was arrested, is Daejhanae Jackson, allegedly. We won't know this for sure. This information about who has been arrested won't be revealed. According to Gerardo, in his interview with the lead attorney here on YouTube, and as always, guys, you know what we do. In the description, we will be citing our sources. I will be citing the lead attorney and Chronicle Speaks for their diligence in reporting this story. So according to Gerardo and police sources, this is the information that's coming out. So there's a lot to unpack. I'm going to try and summarize this in as shortest form that I can. So as you know, Shanquella Robinson went to Mexico with 6 other individuals, supposedly friends. As I said to you before, I stopped referring to them as friends. This story went viral after a video of reportedly Daejhanae Jackson beating on Shanquella Robinson. As you know, there have been reports that there is a second video. According to Mr. Gerardo, this second video is in possession of the Mexican authorities. And in this second video, they're saying that there is another woman that gets into an argument with Daejhanae Jackson and seems very concerned about Shanquella Robinson. They also say at some point that Shanquella falls out and is convulsing. So the last time we reported on this story, I was mentioning to you that there was an arrest warrant. And according to reports, according to Mr. Gerardo, that this person, they believe, is Daejhanae Jackson, according to his police sources. As you also know, there have been all countless rumors about this person being transgender. Well, now we're getting to the bottom of why people believe this. First of all, in the reports, they've listed her as trans. However, we are understanding why they may have thought that about Daejhanae because of her size, because of her, taking off her bonnet and, just having a wig cap on. No, Daejhanae Jackson is a woman. She's not trans. And both the lead attorney and Chronicle Speaks have told Mr. Gerardo that they need to update that information. As you know, this case is being investigated as a femicide. I know a lot of you, including myself, were like, what's femicide? When we first reported on what femicide was, we said it was usually when a woman is attacked or harmed by a man. But it also can be when a woman harms a woman, depending on the level of violence that's there. And that's exactly what we see here. We also see that this has been recorded. So the Mexican authorities are taking that into account, and the fact that these people abandoned the body and literally left the country. According to multiple reports, they're saying that Daejhanae Jackson and maybe the friends allegedly could face 20 to 50 years in a Mexican prison. The prison that they're talking about here reportedly is one of the worst prisons in Mexico, and it's in the area where the individuals and Shanquella Robinson were staying. So this is all being investigated there. And this could take, I believe they said, like 3 to 6 months to investigate. And according to this report, they're saying that there will be no trial. But before we get into the trial, let's just report what this Mexican outlet is saying. They said that the San Jose del Cabo, Baja California Sur, during the night of November 28th, Daejhanae Jackson was arrested by Interpol agents after a control judge issued an arrest warrant against her for the crime of femicide of Shanquella Robinson, murdered on October 29th in Cabo Villas complex in their tourist destination. So it's literally a month, okay? So Daejhanae Jackson was placed in federal custody, allegedly I'll say, waiting for her to begin her extradition process to Mexico, where she will be formally accused of femicide of the 25-year-old businesswoman. The extradition process took between 1 to 2 weeks, resulting from the procedure that the Attorney General's Office of Justice carried out in the Attorney General's Office of the Republic, and this in turn to the Ministries of Foreign Affairs of Mexico. The Attorney General's Office of the state of Baja California Sur managed to prove that the woman who appears in the video attacking Shanquella Robinson is precisely Daejhanae Jackson, as you know, this Mexican outlet reported at the time. So as I mentioned before, according to Mr. Geraldo in his interview with the lead attorney, he confirmed that the Mexican authorities have reportedly 2 videos. The video that we saw go viral that brought a lot of attention to this story of Shanquella Robinson, and this other video. Apparently in this other video, another woman that was on the trip, not one of the men allegedly recording it, steps in and gets in an altercation with Daejhanae Jackson. So as you know, I really have tried not to speculate on what may have went down, but more information's coming out. And again, I will be citing all of my sources in the description. And Chronicle Speaks shares her opinion in saying that she believes, based on the information that she's been gathering on this story, that this all is over a card game. If you want to get more details on the speculation on what went down, but for this to be over a card game and you're fighting someone and it may have led to their death, well, as you already know, and a lot of you have been saying this, I want all of the friends arrested. Well, that might be happening very soon as well, because now that allegedly Daejhanae Jackson has been arrested, she's going to speak her piece. But will that change the sentencing for her? No. She might get a little bit of less time, but according to Mr. Gerardo, she's facing at least 20 years in a Mexican prison, one of the Mexican prisons that is one of the most dangerous. They apparently have some of the most dangerous people that were involved in a whole drug war back in 2014 that lasted in 2019. So there are all kinds of terrible people in this prison. And I know what you're thinking. Well, she'll be in the women's part of this prison. Well, according to Chronicle Speaks and Mr. Gerardo, some of the women in this prison are just as bad as the men. I wouldn't wish this situation on anyone, but the way that they allegedly, I'm going to keep saying allegedly, even though we've seen a lot of this on video and we know the death certificate, what it stated, the cause of death for Shanquella Robinson, and that is a broken spinal cord and atlas luxation, which is a broken neck. And I know the family has been speculating that they felt as if this was planned, meaning before the trip, they all, as a group, planned to do this to Shanquella Robinson. Right now, we have no confirmation of that information, but it seems as if, even if it wasn't planned before the trip, I don't know if there was a conversation beforehand, because why are you, look, I know we're in an age of recording a lot of things, which I still don't get, but recording this fight between women, and it's not even a fight. Like I said, a beating of a woman, apparently your best friend. So as I said to you before, now that one of the aggressors has been arrested, I wouldn't be surprised if we see more arrests, because the reason why this is being investigated as a femicide is because of the aggression that we see in the video, that we actually have video, that the individuals left the country, and the fact that it was recorded. This is what is the mounting evidence. And according to Mr. Gerardo in his conversation with the lead attorney, he's saying that the Mexican police have a lot of information. So no matter what Daejhanae would like to say or what the friends would like to say, there is a lot of scientific evidence, fingerprints, blood, things like that, that they have. So even if she decides to sing and throw everyone under the bus, she's still going to face at minimum 20 years. But because everybody and all of the media have been talking and been saying justice for Shanquella Robinson, they're going to make an example of Daejhanae Jackson and anyone else that might be charged. And it's not over. It's not just the individuals that were a part of this friend group that went on this trip. Apparently, Shanquella Robinson paid for this villa and reportedly brought, and I know a lot of you have been asking, why would she bring $17,000? We haven't confirmed that she actually brought $17,000. According to Mr. Gerardo, allegedly the police may have taken this as a bribe. We don't know. But one way that we can confirm this, and Chronicle C's brought this up, is go to customs. Did she declare this $17,000 that she brought with her on this trip? So there's a lot of mysteries that are surrounding this story, but I feel like we're getting closer and closer, including to them confirming that it was Daejhanae Jackson that was arrested. According to Mr. Gerardo, we should be able to find this out probably by next week. And I won't be surprised if our next report is that more people are being arrested in regards to the death of Shanquella Robinson. This has been a sad tragedy, and I know the family, at the very least, wants to know what happened to Shanquella Robinson. And I think we're getting closer to that. Guys, I want to know your reaction to this in the comments section. And as always, I will be citing all of my sources in the description. Be sure to check out those videos if you want more information on what has been going on in regards to this investigation. Please be sure to check them out, and don't forget to like their videos as well. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.